Greetings, one and all. I'm Kerrik 52. It's time to make use of these ropes and find our way into the courtyard. Ferocious beast. Should probably get that thing over to the rack down below, but we have more important things to do. So this is how you use the rope. And we need to find a way down. Obviously not. We need something else. Might as well clean this up while I'm at it. I know that 8-bit Viscera cleanup detail isn't the most engaging thing, but I still like cleaning out the levels. Let's get Team 2 on the way too. Oh. No biggie. And gone. I can put you on watch here. I think the Taguchi team can handle things inside here. Four consecutive steps on the sticky floor will trap you. So the deal here is to basically just give a tiny bit of thought to whatever is happening when you're traversing the floor here. You can get through all of it without getting stuck. Oh! Man was the real monster all along! Pretty tough. As I was saying, you can get through all of the sticky floors with just a little bit of forethought. But if you just wander around like an idiot, you are going to get stuck. Courtyard reached with ladder but hung on 2 pegs. Okay, and that's our objective then. A second man! Old double whammy. Which hopefully means there's good advice here. My wife killed our son in the incinerator by accident. Yeah! There's your backstory. And here is a cool new weapon. Longsword. Now we're talking. Hey Asuka. 8252. That's pretty good. We will learn more about the dead baby at a later date. You don't have anything? Oh, it's just a skeleton. Silver axe. That's not super good, I don't think. We can skip it. I discovered something terrible. I locked the diary and hid the key. The most important part is torn. Damn it. And here's the diary. And there's something interesting. A pick. And strangely enough, we don't use it to save doctors in peril. Instead, it has a very separate application. Oh my god, it's Wallface. Asuka, smash his balls. Do it again. And this is why I have 2 mallets on me. And this is how fear works, where it only triggers a few steps after the fight. And this can be very disruptive if you're in a pinch, so be advised. Whenever you get hit with a curse, you should just walk around before you do anything dangerous. Team back up. No biggie. Okay, maybe a small biggie. That's what I get for being lazy. What? Duck. Takashi, you can walk on sticky floors with boots. Pull out stuck friends. So that's the actual way to get through it safely, by picking up the boots later on. But as long as you're careful, you won't ever need to. Again, this is one of their horror movie mechanics. Since if someone is stuck, well, you need to continue on without them and go pick up the boots and then come back to rescue them. I won't be doing that. Hopefully. This is a pretty good view. Feels more like a castle than a mansion, but fresh ink. To those who follow, the diary key is hidden. A clue is in the basement. You must escape this house of a resident evil. So, if it hasn't been clear already, that is why this game is pretty famous. If the turning man from earlier wasn't evidence enough, this is sort of the framework for the Resident Evil franchise. It's very cool. And yes, the fan translators did feel the need to make that very obvious. We even got a bunch of dog enemies. Sadly, there isn't a part in Resident Evil where you hit them with hammers. That would be very funny. Amy, we need you yet again. We got the door opening animation as well. Yeah. Resident Evil started out as a remake of this game as well, so like, the DNA is there. Just carefully go through here. Oh! Maybe not so carefully. So this man, he is the inspiration for the iconic zombie turning FMV at the start of Resident Evil, of course. I was very delighted to find this out. Tough bastard. The coffin in the basement. Is this from the diary? That's a problem. See ya. If I had a pick, I wouldn't have drowned. Yes, that makes perfect sense, actually. Because you can use the pick to maintain your balance when you're almost drowning. Which kind of makes sense. The hole in can be no ordinary rope ladder. Yeah, we knew this. Away with ye. I think I know who needs a new weapon here. There we go. So we look at this thing. Silver sword. Probably better than the worn sword. So despite the influence this game had on Resident Evil still developed its own kind of identity. Because you can't permanently lose characters, so they can focus a bit more on storytelling, lackluster though it may be. But still, there is some funny influence, like your sub-character quests, I guess you could call them, which are very similar to what you do here. Like, say, if someone gets poisoned and you don't have Akiko next to you, then you need to do a mad dash to get her and heal the person. Which also happens in one of the playthroughs in Resident Evil. It is honestly something they could have developed further, but the series did go in its own way as it developed, especially with RE4. Speaking of RE4, you do fight a bunch of armors in that. Though the ones in that game are a bit more inspired. I quite like the little gimmick they have. Oh, and speaking of gimmicks, those armors are actually weak to flashes, kind of like the bats were weak to the camera. I could talk about this forever. Let's be a bit careful here. We have some good weapons. That's another sword. I think I'll give that to Emmy. Wraith. Well, we prayed the danger away. And be careful about getting stuck. Let's just pile on. Not so bad. And now to be very, very careful here. Another silver sword. Nice and easy, nice and easy. heavy axe. I think that's better. Let's see. Taguchi has 6738. 7551. Yeah, much better. That's it for weapons for a little bit, I think. We have sort of plateaued. For the time being. Which will translate to some heavy opposition from the enemies in the next area. I'm trying to avoid grinding just because the game is pretty beatable without it, but if you're playing on your own, I would probably recommend grinding a little bit here and there. You do have the tonics to waste anyway. I can beat him. Well, isn't this place friendly? Shogo, enter the basement by the courtyard. Better bring medicine. Blood trails over to that door. Rune spear, no thanks. These are the boots. We can grab this. We're not coming back here anyway. Also, move that there. Oh, hello. You can try your new weapons. Kazuo doesn't have a new weapon, so he can call. And look here, the game doesn't actually break when you block the door like this. About time to heal, I think. As I said, there are tonics to spare. And then in here, rope ladder. And we're done. Let me just make a quick exit, and then we can hit up the courtyard. Could do with more spiritual damage here. And free. I'd say the encounter rate is pretty forgiving. Now, I'm not an expert on 8-bit RPGs, but I have heard some horror stories here and there. Of course, here it helps that most encounters are pretty easy, at least as long as you're willing to spend your resources. And use the special weapons. If you're just gonna throw dogs at me, that's quite alright. The enemies here aren't a complete non-threat, but I have them under control. It'll get worse later. Asuka isn't looking that well. I probably need to give her a tonic once we're down below. Get rid of this. We made it! It's a maniac! These guys are tough. I'ma call for assistance. Next one of those we fight, definitely time for a tonic. Oh, was I just outside the time limit? 71 damage! Jesus. Okay, we need to deal some damage here. And we need to heal. Still wasn't enough. Yeah, this is a problem. I might have wasted my tonic there a little bit, but oh well. The basement entrance is closed. The low key is under the memorial tower. Come on. I need to get rid of these things. Fast. Good enough. Here's something fun. First order of business, let's use the pick. Then I can just walk in the water without falling down and drowning in the deep part over there. And then you just push. There. Stops flowing. That's our big set piece. The memorial preventing the curse of Lady Mamiya has been defiled. That's what Taguchi did in the movie. Away with you. Other team. We need your help. In more ways than one. Oh, good. Basically free XP at this point. What do you have to say? The lake is south of the fountain. Okay. The lake is west of the bedroom. This is getting very specific. Help! The water is rising. I think the ghosts are of a bigger concern here. I'll just steal this. So, there are 5 places to use a log. And if you're playing normally, you would need 4. If you're being efficient, you only need 3. I'm going a bit out of my way to do it a bit special. You'll see it next episode, I think. Oh? We got a mini-boss. That's actually kind of tough. Relatively speaking. But it is a mirror, so it's weak to mallet. Nice. And we smash the mirror. Nothing. Damn it. 10 damage. Ow. Can't say the quick-time events are very exciting. They're too slow to actually test you, and they're not dangerous enough to be scary either if you mess up. Still, fun idea, and again, something that kind of came from the movie. Sure, we'll share some XP. Once again. So going through here without having mallets on you is kind of a pain in the ass. But I came prepared. What about this one? Nothing. Oh hey. Fresco, we haven't seen those in a while. The lake is behind the bronze statue. Okay. Whoa! Water is indeed rising. Behind a mirror, a hidden room. There's an extra mallet if you need it. Weapons-wise, I think Caso needs one. Yeah. Let's see. Heavy axe. This is what we want. So he has 5572. $86.62. Might as well grab this. I think there is 3 mirrors left to go? Something to that effect. It's not a super difficult part of the game, I'd say. The lake, on the other hand, that's an adventure. Not you. Let's check in here. Only a few more to go. These guys do look pretty funny, though. Very much a, oh no, I died by stubbing my toe kind of look. Not you. Okay, Taguchi. You and Asuka fix up this. Well... Hey, let's go drown a little bit. Oh. Well, this is a problem. Can I even pick this up? Oh no, I can't. Uh-oh. I need to solve this. Uh-oh. Fun little trap room. Only kind of super mean. So I did some testing here earlier, and I had a curse hit while I was in the water, and that split up the team, and the team share one pick. That did not end well. There we go. Let's go and rescue Asuka before she drowns. Okay, how's everyone looking? Oh, she is almost dead. This was kind of a waste. But this is sort of a soft tutorial for teaching you how good the pick is, but you won't actually need it for a while. All on you. I think it's time we get a heal in. Definitely time to get a heal in. Perfect. Beautiful. Last one. Can we do this with no damage? Great. We made it! Let's go and pick up some stuff while I'm able. Vacuum this away. I think I'm good on mallets, actually, now. Yeah. Anyway, let's check out the fountain and, Oh. How nice. Fountain. Still flows. Can we do anything with it? Will you drink? Yeah, okay. Good spot to end the episode, you know, get a full heal and then save, and then we're ready for the lake. Cool and refreshing. Huh? Fools! You drank the blood of my victims! Ugh! Sooner or later your blood will flow. Well, that sucks. At least I already came in here with full health, so it doesn't matter, but quite upsetting. And now you can see that all of the water has changed color too. But we need to get our things in order and go adventuring into the lake. Until then, farewell.